do we think, brothers, we can be disconnected from God that we came out of and win? We cannot win disconnected from the thing we came out of. Believers should be walking around with that boldness. I wasn't built to preach. I've made my mind up, and I encourage you to make your mind up to trust God till the wheels fall off. And then if the wheels happen to fall off, I'ma still trust God to replace the wheels or repair the wheels. And if God don't give me new wheels, I'ma trust God for some wings. But I'm not gonna stop trusting God. Celebrate 10th year. One of the few people, I gave an illustration this morning of while every dream chaser needs someone that you allow to pour into you, that you glean from. You need someone you're pouring back into, and you need someone that iron sharpens iron. And for whatever reason, I'm very selective about who I run to when I'm in need. But I need to talk to someone about something that only God knows about. One of the few vessels in this world that I trust spiritually to run to for counsel, guidance, and spiritual support. It's this afternoon's guest speaker. Someone that has shown me so much in ministry that I could never repay.
That's right.
But I pray that the fruit of my labor will say thank you.
Amen.
So I'll present to some for the very first time, and others reintroduce Bishop Sheldon Beatty, a man of character and integrity. When we receive him now, we receive him now.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise the Lord.
If you're glad to be in the house this afternoon, make some noise with me. If you don't mind, I want you to say to a neighbor, say, neighbor, I've been watching the news, and I've learned something. There's something that's called a preemptive strike. A preemptive strike. You do a preemptive strike if you believe your enemy has the capacity to strike you. But you don't want them to win, so you diminish their ability by giving them a preemptive strike. You try to take out their stronghold, their communication, and their capacity to launch an attack against you. So today I came that we're going to ignite a preemptive strike against the enemy. We believe that the enemy, like a roaring lion, is seeking whom he may devour. So he put the word out that he's going to try to take us out. But we got news for the devil this afternoon. It won't work. So Greenhouse, along with Harvest Time Church, have brought together a coalition to launch a preemptive strike against the devil. Now what you got to do, you got to use your feet. You got to use your hands. You got to use your mouth. You got to get in the house. And you got to tell your neighbor, neighbor, this means war. This means war. We came to give God a radical shout and dance and praise. For 20 seconds, somebody scream. Open your mouth and scream for 20 seconds. Hallelujah! 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 Reach out and take somebody's hand. Take somebody's hand. Reach out and take somebody's hand. Say, I'm so glad to be next to you. Go reach and touch somebody else. Say, I'm glad to be next to you. And out of all the people you could have sat next to, you sat next to me. Because I'm radical. I've been through the storm and the rain. And I came this afternoon to declare I win. Somebody scream a little bit louder. Well, you may be seated a little while. Yes. I'm glad to be here. Anybody else glad to be here? I certainly am. I want to give honor to the pastor, the founder, one of the greatest men that loves people in the community. Pastor E.A. Guthrie. His work speaks for him. Can we stand and make some noise for this man? His work speaks for him. Anytime there's a need in the community, he is right there. Whether it is Greens Point, Sunnyside, Acres Home, wherever it is in the city of Houston, this man is there. Will you make more noise for him? We appreciate you, Pastor Decker. Lady Decker, my God, the powerful minister, preacher, make some noise for her. Lady Sandra Decker, we love you so much. Come on, stand and make some noise for her too. We thank God for this great couple. We love you very, very much. We love you. To the Greenhouse International Church, you are honored and you are favored to have such great leadership. And so we came to celebrate with you. And we understood that greenhouse and green means is go. So I put on my green attire and I have my mean attire because I mean war today. I mean it. I mean war. And so I'm glad that some from the harvest have come. Stand up those with me from the harvest. We come to show that we love you. We appreciate you. I had to have someone to come with me because I wanted Pastor Decker to know I didn't come by myself. I came to show love with you. Some people would just show up and bring nobody, but I said to bring somebody with me. Let you know we support you. And I meant what I said. This is a coalition. We came to fight with you. And before it's all over, we're going to be in the aisles dancing. And we're going to run around this place. I guarantee you that. And if we got to turn cartwheels, we're going to turn cartwheels. And if I got to take your hat off first, I'm going to take your hat off or your shoes off or something. But we're going to do something up in here. But we didn't miss our afternoon nap to do nothing. You know what you do on Sunday afternoon, you next. So I got to shout, amen. Again, thank you, Harvest, and thank you, team, for being up here with me. I want to also commend Pastor Decker and the Greenhouse for the progress they continue to make in this facility. He pointed out to where he is going. But let me tell you, you've come a mighty long way thus far. And I appreciate what I see in the decor. I appreciate what I hear. And even the sound. You have done a tremendous job to advance it this far. Thank you. I enjoyed your praise team. Enjoyed the band too. Thank you for what you all are doing thus far. You're certainly a great asset to this community. To others who are guests here to be a part of this service, thank you for coming to be a part, to show your love and your kindness to this Greenhouse Church. It is an honor when you can come into the place and show your love to someone else. It's just an honor for you to be able to do that. That's just it. It honors you. It honors the pastor. It's just a great thing for people to come together. Now, for these few moments, I want to use this subject, takeover. Somebody say takeover. Takeover. We're not here to play games. We're here to take over. You gotta say takeover. And if you got a takeover spirit, you identify yourself. You gotta have a takeover spirit. You're not gonna move ahead in this day and time unless you have a takeover spirit. That's good. And we have to have a takeover spirit. Somebody say takeover. Takeover. I want to go to the scriptures so that we can understand what we're talking about. Let's go to the book of Joshua, chapter number 5. We'll go to Joshua, chapter number 5. I'll begin here, Joshua, chapter number 5, and I'll read here at verse number 6. Then I'll move on from there. Are you there? Yeah, Joshua chapter 5 verse number 6. We'll read real loud so those who don't have the scriptures will be able to hear, and then we'll move on from here. Joshua 5 and 6 says, "For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness till all the people who were men of war who came out of Egypt were consumed, because they did not obey the voice of the Lord, to whom the Lord swore that he would not show them the land which the Lord had sworn to their fathers that he would give us, a land flowing with milk and honey." And so here it is, all the men of war died off.
My God.
The men of war died off.
Died off.
The Bible says here now in the 13th verse of the same 5th chapter of Joshua, 5th chapter of Joshua, verse number 13. "And it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a man stood opposite him with a sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went to him and said to him, are you for us or for our adversaries?
Jesus.
So he said, no, but as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and worshiped and said to him, what does my Lord say to his servant? Then the commander of the Lord's army said to Joshua, take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy. And Joshua did so. Second point right here, you find Joshua at Jericho, and he meets the commander of the Lord's army. The third portion of scripture that we want to read here is Joshua chapter number 6, verse number 1 through verse number 3. And these verses are written as such. It says, now Jericho was securely shut up because the children of Israel, none went out and none came in. And the Lord said to Joshua, see, I have given Jericho into your hand, its king, and the mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city, all you men of war. Now, think about this for a second. All ye men of what? War. All the men of war were already dead. So who is he talking about? We just read earlier, the men of war are dead. They died. All the men of war shall march around the city. You shall go around the city once, and then you shall do it 6 days. You may be seated and say to your neighbor, neighbor, take over.
Take over.
I want to give you strategies for takeover. I'll give you strategies for these takeover, strategies for takeover. Somebody say, some give strategies for takeover.
For takeover.
If you're going to take over, the first strategy that God gives you for takeover is diminished resources.
All right.
God always allow you to go down before he raises you up. God was allowing, he says, Joshua, yeah, you're going to go into the land, but the first thing, all the men of war had to die out.
My God.
Diminished resources. Why would God diminish your resources if he's getting ready to do something big in your life?
Yeah.
Because he wants all the glory and all the honor. So he will not share his glory with anybody else. So he will allow you to have diminished resources. Tap somebody on your shoulder and say, thank God for what left.
Thank God for what left.
Come on, say, thank God for what left. For anything and everything that your finances, whatever has left you, thank God for that, because that sets you up for God to give you the greatest amount of outcome and overflow that you've ever had in your life. So say it again, thank God for everything that left you. Now I need to speak to somebody that's really going to talk back to me. Say it again. Say, I thank God for everything I lost. Now some of you are going to lose something else in a few days, but don't worry about it. God has already set you up for the greatest comeback in your life. And you ought to see that in your spirit. Say, I've seen it. The greatest comeback in my life. Now I got to do a prophetic sign right here, because some of you don't see what I'm seeing, but I see something. Anybody see what I'm seeing? I see something great that's going to manifest in our life, but we got to start seeing it. Just as a prophetic sign, before you see anything else, if you believe that God's going to restore to you everything that you need and allow you to advance, hit this altar somewhere. Just touch the altar somewhere and say, I receive it. 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 Just touch your altar and say, I receive it. 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 Pastor Terry, I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. Now what we're going to do right now, anybody that has had anything be diminished in your life, we get ready to thank God for it. Because until you thank God for what is not enough, God won't give you enough and more than enough. So you got to start thanking God when you ain't got enough. Hallelujah! Yes! Wait just a second. Thank you. Thank you. Look at our neighbor and say, neighbor, I need somebody to thank God for what's not enough. Thank God for diminished resources. Grab your neighbor, yank them in the aisle, and say, we got to praise God for this. Now go on and give God a 30-second shout and praise. Yes! I give you praise. I give you glory. Yes! Yes! I give you glory. my life. Whatever that is, the devil was counting on me, retiring my praise. He was counting on me to sit down. But I made up in my mind, if I got breath in my body, I'm still gonna dance. I'm still gonna shout, because God's gonna respond. Somebody shout yes! Yes! Now, you can be seated, you can be seated. Thank you, you can be seated. You can be seated for a little while. You can be seated for just a little while. But you know what I'm getting ready to do? I'm going to give God one of the most radical dance and praise. Will you move the podium just for a second right here? Move the podium just for right here. Yes, yes. Move the podium right there, just for a moment, right there. You don't mind, just move the podium just for a second. Pastor Decker, come on up here, son, man of God. Come right here. Come right up here. Come on, son. Somebody can hold that for him and get favor with it. Just come on up here. I want this great man to come on this. He don't mind coming. Come on up here with me. Look at a neighbor, say, neighbor, you don't know like I know what the Lord has done for me and what he's getting ready to do. So I'm going to pray. Yes! Somebody scream! Yes! Wait just a second. Wait. Stop. I got too many people sitting down. You're too sophisticated for me. You're too cute for me. But baby, you too broke to sit down. You've been through too much hell to sit down. You've been through too much pain to sit down. So you ought to get on your feet and give God a dancing radical praise. Wow! Somebody shout up in here. Shout! Shout! Yes! Now just a second. Now let me give you the second point. You can remain here. I'll give you the second point. We read the first text of scripture where the men of war died. The second point, the commander of the Lord's army was there. So the second strategy for a takeover is divine intervention. But how do you get divine intervention? Your praise draws God into the equation. Because God says, I'll inhabit the praise. So if you get down to nothing and you still praise, you get divine intervention. Wow! Somebody ought to scream in here. Wow! running praise. I want somebody that's going to believe God to give you a car to give away. This ain't a car for you. See, God's going to bless you with a car to give somebody. See, the days of thanking God for what he's going to do for us are over. We're going to live in the overflow. Somebody say the overflow. So if you believe God for a car to somebody else, you take off running. You start running. If you believe God will bless you to be able to bless somebody else with a vehicle, give me a little monitor, a little loud. I feel like hollering over. Oh, somebody ought to say yes. Give me some running music. Now go give some running music. Receive it. Yes. I receive it. Somebody say, I receive it. Thank you. So now, the strategies for divine intervention. The first thing that you know, what does I say you need? What? Is what? I said what? What is the first thing? Diminished resources, right? I said diminished resources. Then the second thing is divine intervention. What was the first one? The second one is? And the third one clearly is this. Determination. He said when you go to Jericho, I want you to march around. One time each day. And you got to keep doing it those 6 days. But on that 7th day, 7 times, you got to have determination. Look at somebody in your face and say, neighbor, do you think that what the devil did to you was enough to stop you? He messed with the wrong somebody. I'm too determined. I'm too determined. Pastor Rhonda, where did you run to? 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 Come on, run back up here to me. Come on up here to me. I need to use you real quickly. Let me tell you, this is how you take over. You don't ask the devil for permission. You kick him out. Now, Pastor Rhonda, come here. Real quickly, come on, woman. I need you to come lay hands on this woman right here. Would you come lay hands on this woman right here? Come lay hands on this woman right here. This one right here. I want you to touch her legs, and in particular, I want you to touch her knees, because she's been having mobility problems. She's not been able to walk like she wanted to walk. She's not been able to move like she wanted to move. But I declare today, God sets you free, and God gives you strength. Woman, I got one question to ask you. Woman, may I talk to you? Is what I'm saying making sense to you? Have you been having problems in your limb? Do you want to be healed today? Do you want God to do that right now? And stand on your feet. And Lord, take the pain away and give her strength right now. In the name of Jesus. Somebody praise God with us. Somebody shout. going to read your mail. You're smiling, but that relationship issue you're facing, it's not going to tear you down. Yeah, you're facing it, and I see it. And you ain't letting everybody else see it, but I see it. But here the Lord says, I'm turning that thing around for you. I'm turning it around for you. And the Lord says, I'm going to give you a real reason to smile. And I'm going to give you a real reason to dance and to shout. Because what you've been praising for was crumbs. But now you're getting ready to get the whole loaf. As I lay my hands on you, God says, I'm going to first of all set you free of the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the part that you've been in. And then I'm going to satisfy you with the desire of your heart. Do I have permission to throw this? Do I have permission to throw this? Pastor gave me permission to throw this. I'm not trying to tear up nothing over here. But I got to give a prophetic sign. The Lord told me to tell you, it's as if he's throwing a cannonball in a wall that the devil had built up around you to try to keep you in bondage, to try to keep you down. But as of today, we're tearing the devil's kingdom down. We're tearing down walls. We're tearing down strongholds. We're tearing down destructive forces in the name of somebody that's glad. Tear down his kingdom. We're going to tear down his kingdom. Tear down his kingdom. We're going to tear down his kingdom. 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 Praise him. Praise him. Praise him.
You have to do is answer. Son, thank you, musician. I'm laying hands on you to stir up ministry gifts. You have great ministry gifts. You have technical gifts, but you have ministry gifts. God has given you prophetic insight and revelation. You see stuff that your natural mind cannot understand. Stop dumbing down the spirit and trying to understand what you don't understand. What you don't understand is by the Spirit of God. You got to say what God says and watch God turn the natural into the supernatural. Stop trying to make the supernatural natural with the natural. It will never happen. And guess what? You're not a natural man. God is giving you spiritual insight and revelation. We need you on the streets because you can see what others are lying about. God just lets you read. And as of this day, you're not going to doubt what you see. As a matter of fact, you're going to see even more than you've ever seen before. And you're going to speak more than you've ever spoke before. And things are going to change like never before. Are you ready for that impartation? Are you ready for that gift to be stirred up? Put that hand up. Just have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Everywhere where you are, have a seat on the stage. Have a seat. 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 The Lord told me to tell this people right here. I'm going to do this real quick. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Nobody's going to be allowed on the floor. Nobody's going to be allowed on the floor to be able to stand up in this next go round unless you believe this. So everybody take a seat. Those in the rear, take a seat. Everybody take a seat. Take a seat. Those sit down in the back there, have a seat. Have a seat. Ain't nobody standing up. Ain't nobody standing. Everybody sitting down. Everybody. Somebody say everybody. Everybody sitting down. Now, if you believe that there's going to be a takeover in your life, now let me just explain this. I am tired of marginal increase. I want no marginal increase. But I want to break through that. I got to write home and tell my family and friends it was nobody but the Lord. Now only that group of people are allowed on the floor when we say praise Him. If you want things to be as they were, and you want God to fix it over time, you stay in your seat. You just have it and stay there till Jesus comes if you want to. But if you say, not me, I didn't come here to Greenhouse this afternoon at 3:30 to be the way I came. I want a takeover spirit, and I'm going to jump on my feet. Wait, don't get up yet. Don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up yet. Don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up. Don't get up yet. Because the enemy's trying to tell you you ain't going to have no more than you have right now. He's trying to tell you you're going to be all that you've been. He's going to tell you you're going to have more storm and rain and pain. But I came to let somebody know that your struggle is over. And God has set you free this afternoon. And in just a moment, don't get up, don't get up. You can't get up now. But in a few moments, we're going to get up. And when we get up, everything about us is coming up. Our joy is coming up. Our love is coming up. Our finances are coming up. Our peace is coming up. Our strength is coming up. Our anointing is coming up. Are you ready for that? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm not going to look for you. Don't you look for me. But when they say praise, I'm going to be on my feet. Is that somebody that says that like you mean that? Then praise God. are some people right here that you know you're in store for a raise on your job. And some of you know you're going to be put in political arenas. That you know you're going to be put in the political arena. Some elected office, some office of community service, some office of leadership. That person come to me, and that person who's in line for a raise on your job. You believe it. So whether you're in line to be put in some type of public service, that's you, I want to shake your hand. Or whether you're in line to get a raise, come on, shake my hand. Please come quickly, come quickly, come quickly, come quickly, come quickly, come quickly. I believe with you. I believe with you. I believe with you. I believe with you. Come on, son. Do you receive that? Come on, son. In the name of Jesus, receive it. Somebody say, I receive it. I receive it. In the name of Jesus. Do you receive that? Oh my. Now when the music stops, somebody open your mouth and say, thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord God. Thank you, Lord God. Thank you, Lord God. Just wave your hands and say, thank you, Lord God. We bless you and I magnify you. Glorify your name. Yes. Thank you, Lord God. I love you, Lord.
That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who I am. That's who